Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Me and Donna have been chatting in the back. We can read your comments, and we were looking at Nate Eaton's Twitter, and he just started within the last 10 or 15 minutes started posting updates on his ex Twitter handle or whatever you call this, and let's see. Let's go with the 15-minute one. 15 minutes ago, the jury will be finalized this morning in the Chad Daybell case. The courtroom has been rearranged, so those of us in the gallery, oh wow, are face to face with Daybell and the attorneys. I am sitting directly in front of Daybell. So I guess they just moved their chairs to the other side of the table, right? Facing that back wall where courtroom daddy stays. Um, and then it says, he says, that was 15 minutes ago. And then 11 minutes ago, he says, oh my gosh, he says Daybell is wearing a blue shirt and tie. He's chatting and smiling with John Pryor, his attorney. Fremont County Prosecutor Attorney Lindsay Blake, Madison County Prosecutor Attorney Rob Wood, Special Prosecutor Ingrid Beatty, and Fremont County Deputy Prosecutor Attorney Rocky Wixom are on the table. Are at the other table. I'm sorry. That's a mouthful, right? Okay, so then I don't know why they go out of order, and I'm not very used to being on Twitter, so pardon me. It says Judge Boyce takes the bench. This is 7 minutes ago. The public is sitting in the left and middle benches of the courtroom. When the jurors come in, they will sit on the right side of the courtroom. Okay. And then we go to 4 minutes ago. We are waiting for the jurors to be brought into the courtroom. Out of the group of 57, there are 30 men and 27 women. And so let's pray for them to be able to choose a good, rule-abiding, honest jury so that we can, get this conviction out of the way and move on to the next. Amen. Okay. And then it says a minute ago, he says the jurors are walking into the courtroom carrying their red number cards. They quietly file into the rows. Awesome. All right. Let me grab this link right now so I can share this in the chat and come tell you guys, hi, what's up? Good morning. Happy solar eclipse. Not solar. Is it? Yeah, it is a solar eclipse, right? Durr. I really don't need to think out loud. It does not work well for me. Hey, Istanbul TR. How are you? Hey, Ravina. Hey, Angela, Lisa. They will likely pick the final 18 and start tomorrow. Hopefully, right? I'm not ready emotionally for that. I mean, I'm ready, but you know what I mean? It's hard. Detective Zoller says we're doing preemptive strikes today through Twitter. Yes, we are. I probably should make a banner, and I will in a little bit. Great Dane Mom asked, did they address the motion filed on Friday at midnight from an attorney in Mountain Home to delay the trial at Difficult Research? Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I don't even know where I heard this from, so do not take this as fact, okay? Because I don't even know where I got it. But I had heard, and it might have been just somebody in the chat that told me this when we were live. I don't know. Anyway, something about having and so I don't know if this is even it. Let me know what you think. But something about having a death qualified attorney, like sitting in the courtroom, like to observe the hearings or the trial. I don't know what that even means. I don't know where anyways, again, I don't know where I even got that from. And I don't even know if it pertains to what you're asking, Great Day Mom. But yeah, the first person I thought of when it said motion to intervene, I was like, uh-oh. I'm thinking authors and stuff, like, uh-oh, here we go. But again, I didn't think that would be it, but who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Let me refresh this. Oh, I don't like how it blacks out like that. I don't know if y'all even want me to show the screen or well, come on. Or yeah, something went wrong. I'd say. Okay. Um, okay. Mm, he says that all the jurors are in the courtroom. None of the microphones are working. Court staff doing some troubleshooting. Boyce asked the jurors if any of them know each other in the group. He asked them to stand up, look around, and do the quote opposite of meet and greet. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of something Jason says. Anyways, okay. And then he says mics are working. All proceedings are digitally recorded, so it's important there is clear sound. None of the jurors know anyone in the group. Roll call of jurors underway. Awesome. So that's good. Right. So there's 30. Oh, crap. I already got, I think it's 30 male and 27 females. Is that right? Let me see. Mm, I don't know how KJ did this. Speaking of KJ, happy birthday to KJ. 53 is my favorite number, by the way. Um, I thought about you last night going into today, and I went to go, I was writing to her. I was writing to KJ, and then I went to go look up a synonym for compassion, and I didn't come back. I fell asleep. So I will finish that today. And I want to wish KJ a happy birthday. She is somebody who has become extremely special, like a sister, like my Tennessee sister. Her and Mr. Wayne are very awesome, beautiful people. Um, just very kind. I mean, came all the way to Louisiana and stayed for the week in their camper, and just to visit, just to get justice through understanding, from my aspect, that's how I see it. And I remember seeing, we had a crawfish boil, impromptu crawfish boil, and my daughter showed up and everything. I mean, there were Larry, mom was there, and, KJ was going to look at the crawfish and stuff, and you could just see her wheels turning, and I mean, she really does take everything in, and she's very observant and very thoughtful. She asks difficult questions, but necessary. I think they really get you thinking. They really get me thinking. And, I just appreciate her for being interested, you know? Not many people are, or they ask, but they don't listen. So I don't know. You're just super special, and I love you. Me and Jason love you, and we hope you have the best of birthdays. And anyways, April 8th, right? And Larry's is April 12th, so wait for that. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Roll call complete. One juror failed to appear. Boyce now explaining what will happen today. Awesome. Um, yeah, I don't know how she did this though. During a whole trial, she had like 1,200 people in the chat. No moderators, just rogue. I loved it. I mean, I would step out of the courtroom just to jump on social media. I mean, to jump on YouTube just to watch her read the tweets. I can process it much easier that way. I don't know why. I think it gets too close, to the situation, and it becomes really fuzzy. You get stuck in the weeds, kind of, you know. It's, I guess, the emotional part. Anyways, for what that's worth, right? Okay. Just waiting on another update. I did post that in the chat too. Yeah, I didn't either, TC. I mean, I did. I used Facebook until, I mean, I got not banned, but I got, blocked. I didn't know all this stuff, but whenever Tylee and JJ were missing, I shared the what do you call it? A poster or whatever, the FBI poster thing. I shared it and I was a part of all kinds of groups, because I would make my crafts and I would sell them, uh, what do they call it? Marketplace or whatever. And so I got, yeah, blocked. And so, anyways, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know they could do that. I didn't know. I didn't care either. I was just like going, you do whatever you got to do. Um, oh, well, I know. I think it's like more like they think it's spam or whatever. But I mean, mm, I don't know. It just seems like social media becomes a tool. This is just my perspective. It's a tool and a family. I mean, whether you're the parents or the aunt and the niece or whatever your role, a friend, and you can take to social media. You got to be careful because, not everybody has the best interest at heart. And, in such a vulnerable time, people take advantage of the vulnerability. And I mean, like me, I was just, I'm wide open. I'm just like, whatever, what you got? I'll be the first one to tell you my shortcomings and we get that out the way. You know, I'm not trying to be perfect or whatever. So the whole point is just to get the information out there. You've got to push their pictures, their faces, their information and get it out there. That's all I know. And you use social media as an extension of your voice. You can't physically be there, but social media makes that even more possible in the sense that you can reach all around the world, every corner of the world, and then they share it, and then they share it, and they share it, and then all these groups pop up, and then you end up, um, I don't know. I mean, eventually I was like, oh my God, there's groups. I didn't even know that all this was transpiring or taking place, and um yeah, you can see a person's heart by what they put out. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And you attract what you put out too. I mean, not in all senses. Not everybody attracts crazy psychopath murderers, but anyways. Oh, also, I don't have it on subscriber only, do I? Do any of you guys know if I had it on subscriber only? If so, I didn't do that on purpose. I think I might have copied and pasted that into the chat. But Sue Ellen was having a hard time. Uh-oh, my daughter's calling. I'm sorry. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off here. Hello? Where are you going? Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, are you okay? Oh yeah, I know. That'll be in about an hour, huh? Oh crap. Right. Trust me, I know, girl. I know. Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? Yeah. Yeah, just send me the number. On live stream right now, so everybody's hearing our conversation. I'm joking. And well, they don't hear you, but anyway, so just send me the number and I'll get that done. I love you. Don't look at the eclipse. Okay. I mean, look at it. If you're opposite, like your mama. What? Oh, uh, yeah. Everybody's acting crazy, huh? Hey, Janet, how are you? Oh, so sorry for your loss. Yeah, send it to me and I'll take care of it, baby girl. All right, I love you. Bye, babe. All right. Everybody's leaving school because of the eclipse, right? All right, let me see if there's any updates. I'm sure there is. That was my baby girl. Um, okay. Let's get them in order here. All right. It says, or he says, 4 minutes ago, Blake asked to approach. The attorneys huddle in the corner of the courtroom while white noise is played. Daybell, Daybell sits at his Daybell sits at his table, looking at the jurors. Boyce back on the bench and asks jurors if any of them are currently not a resident of Ada County. One juror raises her red card. The judge and the attorneys leave the courtroom with the woman. Uh-oh. Law requires that those on the jury are residents of the county. Yeah. Definitely a thing. Mm-mm. I'm gonna go check and see how I can fix the user. I don't know if Donna, if you're available, if you want to come up and I gotta call Ashland's school. Yeah, we're gonna have 98% of the eclipse.
Okay.
Hey,
Can you
thank
hear me
you.
now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I want to go check YouTube. Just
Okay.
I guess I have it on. I don't even know how I did that. So I'm sorry. Subscriber only. That's what Sue Ellen said. So I'm gonna check that and I'm gonna call Ashland School and I'll be back on. Um, yeah, thank you.
And I'll be checking the
We're like
stuff.
tag team, right? But I'm still right here. So, anyways, all right, I'll be back.
Nate says that everyone is back and the juror is not a resident of the county, so she was excused. I don't know how she got through, but there you go. So I am, oh, I don't know why I have that alarm set, but here we go. Let's do this again. Let's see. So that's one down. So they got the courtroom arranged so that our people, Nate, Lauren, and all of them are sitting facing Chad. And they said it's hard for them not to be looking at him right in the eye. Okay, I'm gonna refresh the screen and see what else is going on. Juror asked the 4 jurors who are not needed if they want to leave. 3 of them raise their card and exit the courtroom. Remaining are 50 remaining in the pool. Blake and Pryor pass the jury pool. I'm not sure what that means. They pass the jury pool. Oh, I guess they mean these are the jury pool. I pass you. Say they're okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that. And then I'm going to so I can update it. So here's what he said. Blake and Pryor passed the jury pool. So we're waiting on something new to go on there. And I'm so glad that y'all are here with Kresha today to support her. It's so important for them, for the family. It really is. So let's see what else Nate has to say. Okay, the state will go first with the preliminary challenges. They will note on a paper who they want to remove from the pool. Defense will then get a turn. It will go back and forth. Boyce will then initial and approve the challenges. So I'm guessing that it'll take them longer to initial them and go back and forth than it would actually take for them to decide who they don't want in there. So they got to do the paperwork of releasing them too. So let's see what else we know. state picks their first juror. Pryor now looking at the sheet as he marks it. Daybell looks down at the paper and then up at the jury. Bailiff now walks the paper to Boyce. Well, we're getting blow by blow. Thank you, Nate Eaton. See, it takes a certain amount of time because even after the state picks the juror, Pryor now has to look on his sheet. He marks it. Then they take the piece of paper up to Boyce. He does whatever. I'm guessing that guy gets to walk out. I don't know exactly what does happen at that point, but let's see. Yeah, it does take a certain amount of time for these things to transpire. Yeah, the reason why that there's no cameras in the courtroom today is because they had to fit all of the jurors, all 50 of them, in there at the same time. And so there was no way to have cameras in the courtroom and not accidentally show some of the jurors' faces. He didn't want that to accidentally happen. And so what they did was they changed the courtroom around and put the audience in a different place. And so I hope we can live with this for one day. Prosecutors select their second choice. Pryor chooses his. Paper goes back to prosecutor so they can see who he chose. Then it goes to Boyce. So I guess it's going to go back and forth like this. Wow. So it does, it does take a certain amount of time to do that. Well, see, I've lost my place here. So here we are 1 minute ago. Waiting on the next one. So they almost strike two at a time. They each strike, it looks like to me. They may be striking one person at a time, but it looks like they're striking two at a time. Yikes. Blake and Wood whisper to each other before picking their third juror. Pryor's now choosing his. The sheet goes back to the prosecutor so they can make a note of it. The bailiffs then hand the paper to Boyce. So they're trying to be strategic about who they strike and don't strike and all of that. Yes. Just crazy. Talking about biting the hand that feeds you. That sort of kind of Charles was very generous with the people he loved. Prosecutors choose their fourth juror for elimination. Bailiffs gives Pryor the paper and he makes his pick. List goes back to the prosecutors and back up to Boyce. I hope that they, I know it's tedious to be in a courtroom and all that, but I hope that we will be able to follow this closely and they will give us access as we're getting today as limited access, but thankfully it is access. I hope I'm not making y'all dizzy. It's 1 minute ago. They were passing the paper around. Okay. Nate says the prosecutor selects their fifth juror, and the list goes over to Pryor, his initials, their selection, and then makes his own. The bailiff takes the paper back to the prosecutor so they can see who Pryor chose. Then it is given to Boyce. So they're moving right along with it. So I'm not sure. It says prosecutors select their fifth juror, so that must be Pryor's fifth juror too. I'm not real sure about that. But that all being said, that's moving quite along fast, even though it might seem slow with me reading it out. Let's see what some of these comments say. Oh no, Jojo, your screen was frozen. Kresha is going to make sure that it's not members only or something because we want everybody to be able to see this. Sky colors. I'm against CrimeCon this round. Nasty ass. Oh, Summer's going to be there. Should be damn near served time. We don't know. Trace on the case said it supposedly started here and will end in 2 hours. I have no glasses and my eyes are bad as it is. It's partial. Trace, I went out and tried to buy glasses today and I couldn't buy any. So the sun is very bright out there right now. And I think that they said there's like a place where you can look up to see, put your zip code in, and it's 96% here. And no glasses available. So my eyes are not good enough that I went out a while ago just to look in the direction to see where the heck the sun is anyway. It's like, where is the sun in the sky? So, I see the general direction the sun's in, but it's a little bit like cloudy here. So I feel like it's just going to seem overcast. And that's all. Let me check on Nate. Nate is not concerned about this eclipse. It's very quiet in the courtroom. Mostly the jury pool are looking straight ahead. Some have their heads bowed, bless their hearts. Prosecutors make their seventh selection, as does prior. Boyce signs the paper. Bless their hearts. Let's see, is there more here? Huh. Okay, Nate says that Kay and Larry are in the courtroom. He says that they arrived at Boise, that they are in the courtroom. Vicky Oben, Tammy Daybell's aunt, is also here. And there are 20 members of the public in the media gallery. Once the preemptory challenges are complete, there will be nothing further today. So once they finish this, I guess that will be done for the day. Well, Blake whispers with Beatty and Wisdom, then indicates which juror they are eliminating for their eighth choice. The paper is passed to Pryor. He makes his selection and then goes back to the prosecutor, then up to Boyce. We are halfway done. So Nate says 31 seconds ago, we're halfway done. And he says that once this is done, they will be done for the day. I hope I'm not making y'all too dizzy, like redoing this. Judge asked 4 jurors who are, oh, that was 15 minutes ago, not 15 seconds ago, excuse me. So we're still at the halfway part. It seems crazy that it's taken us 4 years to get here. 4 years to get here. Let's see here. Okay. The 9th person has been chosen by the prosecutors and Pryor. As Boyce is given the paper, he looks over the jury pool to get a look at who is going home. Not sure what that means. Well, I'm trying to keep talking because I'm afraid there's people who are listening can't see us. And goes, why are they being so quiet? Okay. This is what Nate says now. Seated next to me in the courtroom is Tom Evans, a juror who served in Lori Vallow's trial. 1 year ago this week, he was in the same spot as the jurors in here, but he was the one who made it to the final pool. He had no clue what was ahead of him. Okay. Preemptively challenge continue as prosecutors and defense each choose a 10th person for elimination. So they're each choosing a 10th person for elimination. Trace on the case, thank you so much. And the other mods for taking care of, because I'm trying to hunt down our information and not paying as good as attention as I need to the chat. Let's see here. Let's just see. So they're each doing their 10th person. So we'll all be free to go blind ourselves this afternoon with the, I didn't mean to do that. There, that's a little better. When we get done, finish striking jurors, we can go blind ourselves. Trying to see the, we're still doing the 11th juror for elimination. Someone said if Chad was laughing, he must have known there were no cameras to see him. Yes, little brands. Everybody please hit the like button. That will give Crasha more visibility. Let's see, Nate. The 11th juror for elimination has been selected. I guess I've already said that for each one of them. Yes, these people right here, they're getting down to it. They're fixing to make some dang memories now. Maybe not the kind of memories they want to make. Not sure about that. So they had 50. Well, if they were waiting on death certified attorneys, that didn't do them much good, did it? Oh, there must be a hang up after juror number 11th, the 11th. So that's 22. I want to have the 12 plus alternates. Ah. Blake signs the papers indicating their choice with the 12th juror to be eliminated. Pryor makes his choice. The paper goes back to Blake so they can know who he chose. Then it's passed up to the judge. So we've got to the 12th. That's My kids went to Arkansas for the eclipse. This is kind of funny. Nate says, before court today, one of the bailiffs said it would be like church in here, very quiet. He's right, except that there aren't any crying babies. Well, each side has selected their 13th choice. They will choose 3 more, and that will be 32 of the jurors that will get to go home. Okay, Nate. Ah. Prosecutors will now make their 14th selection. They whisper between the four of them, and the bailiff walks the sheet over to Pryor. He has not conferred with Daybell, at least in the courtroom, on any of their choices. Paper goes back to the prosecutor and up to Boyce. That's very interesting. So Pryor's not even letting Daybell have a say in picking them people? That's okay. Oh, that's okay. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Well, let's see. The prosecutors now choose their 15th juror for elimination that are reviewing the list as a team. They're taking the longest on this one verse versus any of the others. Blake signs the paper and moves it over to Pryor. So now it must be getting hard because they're choosing people that they want to keep. Pryor makes his 15th choice, and the sheet goes back to the prosecutor and up to Boyce. So we're up to their 15th choices each. You're welcome, difficult research. I'm in Mississippi, and according to the eclipse thing, it's supposed to start here at around 12:37 and end at 3:14, with the peak being at 1:56. That's my eclipse thing. My kids have gone to Arkansas. It's supposed to be more total. I don't know if that's the right word, but You get what I'm saying?
So I'm here. I have dialed this number I don't know how many times, and it's like glitching. And anyways, I keep cycling through, so you may be SOL.
Okay. Well, no, we need to see about our darling now. See
Ashley?
about, yeah.
Well, no, she just wanted to check out because everybody else is checking out, you know? And I'm like, okay. And
And
so
the school phone has crashed.
oh god, yeah. It's like, we're done. So I don't know, just even when it rings, it's like click, 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 it's real hard to even listen to. Ugh. Anyways, enough about that.
Probably can't get near the school if you just went over there to pick her up.
Yes, Mohawk mom, she's still in school. No, she drives.
Oh,
She
but you got to get
graduates May
professional.
19th. It's crazy, right? She graduates, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's my baby. That's my baby girl. So she turned 18 in December, same as Joseph Smith's birthday. Oh yeah, yeah, huh? I know, Liz Stewart. So many hard things to imagine. I'm just saying, if Chad is found innocent, let's just entertain it. um, Rexburg can keep him way over there and chain him up. Don't let him out of your sight. Straight up. Mm-mm. Oh, Shelb says, yep, Arkansas and here, they should have 100% where they traveled to. Hmm. We're going to have 98% here, and that's in about 30 minutes. So,
One of my kids is going to Jasper, Missouri, which is supposed to
oh,
be 100. And then my ex-in-laws live in Batesville, Arkansas.
huh.
And so they're going, some of the others are going there. So
I'm laughing at Rombo. I'm sorry. It's like the lottery jackpot. You need all the numbers to be correct. Right?
okay. Nate says the peremptory challenges took a little over 30 minutes. Boyce asked for a brief sidebar with the attorneys, and they go back into his chamber.
Ruh-roh. Just kidding. I think they're doing a jam up job. I really do. More optimistic with this trial than I was the last one. I was way more skeptical, and I was there. I went there the whole time. Nuts. It's just you don't know what to expect, and whenever your family, like this has become, I mean, uh, known to a lot of people in a lot of places, and a lot of people have a lot of knowledge about it, and it's like gets to a point where people tell you how like how it went and how it goes and who loved who, or you know what I mean, like whose intent was what. You know how we all have our theories, so it's just interesting, because most of the time you don't know of people's. Um, I've met a few people along the way who are from here and have had loved ones murdered, and I'm just like, oh my god. And so they have to tell me all about it because I don't know it that much, if at all. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got that crazy eye. Oh, I think we all agree on that. Chad has this crazy left eye. It's weird. I see it because of all the thumbnails and stuff I have to make and all the damn pictures I have to look at over and over and over again, right?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. I agree, Liza Joe. Yeah, Soul's Eye. We do. We know a lot of the condemning texts and statements this time. They have a lot of evidence. True that. The only thing, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for way more detail than Lori's. Like, I didn't know if they were, and this is going to tell me this, is if they're going to, if they do release a lot more details that were not released, in the FOIA docs and in previous, testimony for even in Lori's trial, then I mean, I'll be a lot more satisfied with that because I thought maybe they were holding out for Chad. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Northern France. Ooh la la. Oh, a thunderstorm. Oh my goodness. You had your car doing 110 miles. You better slow your butt down. Okay, Rombo? We want you in one piece. Arrive alive. Okay? Oh my goodness. Carolyn, we figured they'd close the schools here too. Well, let me stop because I mean it's just a matter of time before we get a phone call for the boys for sure. They're in Leland's in high school. Silas is in elementary and Tay is in middle. We got them everywhere. We gotta go. Jason's got to go run to and solicit, I guess, or whatever. Try to get some. What do you call that? Sponsors for Leland. He's in SBLA, and they made nationals, and it's like $1,600 freaking dollars. I'm like, oh my god, it's like in June. I mean, we're super proud of him, but damn, he's a freshman, and we're like, dang, we're glad that he's doing well, and they're uh his group there is doing good. I mean, we're proud, but that's a dent in the pocket. That's a down payment on a car. I was cutting grass. That's all I'm saying. I was cutting grass, but they close the schools in my hometown because there's a high Navajo population and it's very sacred and it's not something that they can look at. Funduski says if the jurors thought that they were on the hot seat now, think what the witness will experience. Very good. Very good observation. Very good point.
So it says the attorneys are back in the courtroom and Boyce is on the bench. So let's see what they say now.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to do an interview tonight with the Sun, and I see that Justin texts. So, cool. Yeah, it was not on subscriber only, too. I was like, I mean, you have to manually go in and do that. So, I was wondering. But I'm glad Sue Ellen's able to, watch. Hey, Sue. Love you, girl. We want tinfoil hats too. Oh, and I also am gonna I thought if we wouldn't be having to read the tweets and we'd just be watching, I have all the envelopes and labels and all that stuff and stamps to start getting your bracelets out to you guys. I'm gonna send more than one, so be looking for those. And thank you.
Nate says Boyce will announce jurors will be excused.
Huh. So the jurors that will be excused, right? I'm assuming. I see how.
I guess.
Yeah. I would not want to be a witness in this case unless I was telling the entire truth, and I am not sure some of these could slip up. I think that the reason for that is because, in my opinion, that's because they are more hands-on than they want known. Send me your address via email. Great Dane Mom. Let me go grab it real quick. And that way I can put that out to you. Right here.
That's so funny that they were like, have a opposite of a meet and greet.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretend you don't know each other and you're not about to start. So don't even think about it. I can't even imagine what that would be like to be cooped up with the same people every damn day. Can't discuss the case with nobody but in your head. Can you imagine? That's torment.
Yeah, it's got to be hard on your head.
Yes, in your heart and everything else, and just perplexing. And then going into this and not having Mormonism 101 class. At least just learn their beliefs so that you can even decide whether or not, Chad's going to be portrayed as this cult leader or not. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's important to the facts. It's not a it's important to the justice of the victims and their stories being told, and not just the labels being placed because maybe perhaps a larger group doesn't wanna be named, you know what I mean? So, it's kinda like a scapegoat kinda thing, and
Yeah, let's let him hold on to all this.
right. I get it. I went and re-listened to last night's thing, and I'm like, "Jesus, I said a couple wrong things." I think I said the time zones wrong. I said them right at first, then I said them I started going to Pacific, and I jacked it all up, so I'm sorry. I was tired, I guess. Frazzled. Actually, I had really good conversation and a good time with Jason, I mean, it's not very often we get to have that because, his health and everything. Hey, Miss Dora. Yeah, Medea. I saw Awen Reese's. I know people have their own opinions and everything, but, I like what people present, and so she had a video where John Pryor was, going after Melanie, basically, and so think about this. If anybody has gone and watched Justin Lum, Fox 10 News, Phoenix, whatever, I always say it wrong, the new documentary that Justin did, it was on his bucket list to do a documentary on the Lori Vallow case, and he did, and I'm proud of him. Um, and it's called No Remorse, and in that documentary, oh my gosh, I just said it wrong. Um, Robinson. What's his name? Oh my god, my memory is, like, fried. Rich Robertson.
Um,
He said that Melanie Gibb had lied to him too, because he had knocked on her door before the police did. She lied to him too. And I was like, "Wow." I mean, it's not shocking. So then I was watching that clip, from Chad's preliminary hearing, and there's where John Pryor's asking Melanie Gibb about her son, who's also autistic, right? She got real defensive. Y'all remember that? Well, I mean, me and Jason rewound it a couple times this morning before coming on, and I mean, Pryor was basically just trying to get to the point and bring out the point that she's not a credible witness. I don't think she is either, but whatever. So, but he's asking her something about her son talking to police and saying that he had a conversation with JJ Vallow around the specified time. And she got defensive and she said that no, her son did not talk to JJ Vallow. And he was like, so he lied too, meaning that she influenced him to lie for her to the police also. So that to me is habitual. And I don't cut slack for these people. Sometimes I'm on prosecution side, sometimes I'm on defense side because I just want the damn truth. I don't care who's you mean, if your case is strong, then prosecute it to the full extent of the law. People, as witnesses who could have been potentially, complacent and or, very much a co-conspirator, I got a problem with that. Yeah. And she was like, "My son," like, "Don't you dare. How dare you?" But yet, look how she talks about Tylee. Look how she talks about JJ. Look how she acts and then talks about Alex. They sit there in glee over it. It's weird. It's creepy and disrespectful as all get out. Still dehumanizing.
Nate says 2 minutes ago, Boyce reads the numbers. He asked the people with the numbers who were not read to stand up. From where I'm sitting, there appears to be more women than men. I will have the exact count shortly. Later, prosecutors and defense approved the jury. Boyce thanks the group and says on Wednesday morning the final jurors will return for opening statements, and that's when they will be sworn in. So I
Sweet.
guess Wednesday morning is when opening statements will be.
All right. Right? Chins and Taco Tuesdays. Right? It'll be Wednesday, though. So we'll have a free Chin and Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
Say
tomorrow
taco.
we can make Jello shooters for whatever.
No shit. Oh my god, I used to tear them up. I actually just bought a lot of Jello. Just saying. And I mean, I'm from Southwest Louisiana. We have drive-through daiquiris, daiquiri shacks, and they literally just put a piece of masking tape over the styrofoam cup.
Man, that's awesome. I wish we had that there because I'm serious. I could make it. I could make it with a pina colada for that, 4 miles up the road to here, and I'd enjoy it so much here at my house more than I would over there.
Oh, right? But that's closed container here in Louisiana,
I
I think
think they
that's
did
funny.
that during the pandemic here some, but no more.
Were there a bunch of coon asses that migrated that way? I'm asking. You already have the cook, so
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Oh.
gonna go back over there.
Oh, yeah, 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 you never have? You haven't gone back
Well,
there?
I mean, he even admits that he is a little snippy. He's like the dang soup Nazi. He
No
if you
gumbo
don't
for
like
you.
it, if you don't like it, there's something the matter with you.
Yeah, sure. Right? Oh my god, we like to cook, yeah. I mean, that's how we roll. Mm.
Let's see, where are we? I know if y'all are not dizzy and need medicine. Okay,
Oh.
Boyce explains the rules for the jurors, and they can't talk about the case during the breaks, and they need to wait until deliberations. Huh. He tells them to ignore any improper communications. If someone tries to talk to you with them about the case, tell them that you cannot talk about it. I'm sure there's going to be more, but that's what he said so far.
Yeah, right. There's always more, but wait, there's more. Yeah, your Cajun Creole is sometimes easier for my don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but Canuck butt to understand. Well,
I
that's where we
saw
come
this.
from, Acadians, that's where we come from is Canada. Is it I forget the name of it, Nova Scotia, maybe? I don't remember. I'm probably sound really dumb.
I saw this YouTube channel about these river people that have like a river house in the swamps in Louisiana, and I was watching that show, and we have those same trees here, the cypress trees that have
Oh,
the
yeah.
knees and stuff. We have
Mhm.
those because I told you we have a lot of water around here too. So, but ours don't have the neat like stuff hanging in it. What do you call it? The moss. We don't have the moss
Oh,
up
yeah,
here hanging.
I used to go well, I used to like going to boat launches and stuff. I mean, just to go and just kinda poke around, grab some moss, and I decorate with it too. Um, it's pretty. It's pretty. I can't live anywhere where there's not trees. It is not I feel like I'm in another country, out of element.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like trees. I mean, I don't like it with no trees, even or places that are real flat. There,
Yeah.
because a lot of Mississippi is delta flatlands, but
Mhm.
there's a bluff, and when you get to that bluff, then there's hills, and
Mm.
so we live on the other side of the bluff, so we don't live in the delta.
Yeah.
Although
Well,
the
I mean,
people who
so you
live in the
have blue
delta,
like, if you were to go straight down to the Gulf, you would have blue water, right?
probably no Biloxi and Gulfport. You know about that. That's where straight down from here would
I've never
be.
seen blue water. I mean, like, legit. I've lived right
Well,
here by the Gulf of
I'm
Mexico.
gonna know one time. Of course, this has been many years ago because Caleb is 30 and he was a baby then. But we had friends who had. I'm gonna mess around and miss what he has to say telling a story. But we had friends
Okay.
who had like this friend of ours. Her daddy had a shrimp boat
Oh, yeah.
down in Biloxi. And so we went down there and he kept that shrimp boat so clean you would not know it's a shrimp boat. I mean it's a houseboat, right? He could
Yeah.
sleep in there and had kitchen
Mhm.
and everything. And so we went out past the barrier islands on the other
Oh,
side
yeah.
of Ship Island, and the
Mhm.
water was blue out there. Yes, it was. But
Yeah.
that's been 30 years ago too. But it was
Right?
really pretty out there.
It's like that because of the Mississippi River, how it just goes straight into the Gulf of Mexico, and then it creates all that mud type or
Yeah.
brown, the just the dirt. It looks like mud water.
Everybody that can get by with dumping something is dumping it into Mississippi, probably.
That's terrible too,
I mean, it's
It really
terrible up here.
is.
It's not pretty at all. I mean, it's a huge river, but it's not very pretty.
Oh. Yeah, I love y'all's comments. Yeah, so last I heard, it was Pleasant Grove also, and where David Warwick lived, and Melanie Gibb had a job, he said. He said she had a job. I about fell out my pew in the courtroom. I was like, "What?" I mean, I
Okay.
think if these women had jobs, we wouldn't be in half the crap we're in right now, or they wouldn't be.
Judge dismisses remaining jurors. They stand up and exit the courtroom. Boyce tells the jury they will be back on Wednesday morning. He reminds the public and media about the courtroom conduct order and gag order that is currently in effect, and the jurors will get new numbers when they return on Wednesday. So I wonder if that's the end of it. It sounds good, but it didn't say it was dismissed, did it?
It was a little open-ended there.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah. We're not good to have the open interpretations around here, right?
No, because we would have started opening statements Thursday or Friday.
I mean, it could have been a possibility today, like I was just like, well, you never know. It's just never have expectations, right? Because they will always
especially
crumble.
since he said your mom and dad were up there. I was like, because I've been saying all along, well, they can't start until they get everybody there.
Well, and I mean, I try not to tell people, because it's
their business.
So it's like when you said it,
sure.
you're kind of like, oh, like
cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know it wasn't purposeful, I don't think, but yeah, nothing on Tuesday except for tacos and chins.
I'm guessing everybody, was expecting or wanting to know who made it to the courtroom and who got to be in there.
Yeah, and they can't do public media or social media posts or anything like that because, they're under gag or under subpoena. So, I mean, that's the only reason we haven't heard or, publicly haven't heard from them. That's got to be hard too. Now, I know that Tammy's siblings made a statement. Now, I don't know if that, I don't think it was just Samantha or whatever, but they were talking about, it was a local news station, I want to say. I saw it last night. And they were just, I love how they honor her. I think that's really noble that they're doing that. I wonder if they're going to come out and tell their story, or I don't know. It would be interesting to see and learn.
None of them are like witnesses though, right?
No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm sorry. Thank you for for bringing that out, because Samantha would be, of course, under subpoena, I would assume, because she testified. That's her brother-in-law. She testified in Lori's trial. So I think that,
I'm really surprised that Adam is not
I know,
subpoenaed.
But then that's a lot of 404B. That's the things that I didn't understand, until we went through the process.
Mean, I would think that they would bring subpoena people so that they couldn't talk. You know what I'm saying? Even if they never asked them to be.
That's true. Tactics, Donna. Tactics. Do tell. That's really smart, actually. Like Mark Means is under gag, and like the people that represented Lori in the beginning, there were 3, Mark Means and I don't know, the chick, the lady lawyer or whatever. She always reminded me of Wednesday on Addams Family. I was like, wow. But I mean, it just, I would love to hear what they have to say. Like, there's one point where that girl, the woman lawyer I'm talking about, it's raining. It's freaking raining. Damn it. It's literally going to happen in like 17 minutes and it's freaking raining. The hell. But anyway, so there's one point where Lori, the first time she appeared in Idaho, after being extradited from Hawaii, and the lawyer looks at her like, oh my God, it just would be interesting to hear what they have to say.
Nate Eaton says there is 10 men and 8 women on the jury. They exit the courtroom and walk into the jury room. So that's something.
Oh, Voice tells the truth. They will be okay. Whoa. Wait, what? I think that comment right there where it says Robin on a scale of light and dark, how much does he look like a bullfrog?
Oh,
Right? And so I'm thinking they're sitting here rating and judging and deciding if these jurors are light or dark. You know what I mean? Like the concept. So it's like, oh look, Chad's still judging, you know? Mm-mm-mm. And since he doesn't move, I did see Lauren's little clip where she was on, court TV. And she's funny. And the fact that she points out, that Chad does not move. That's not normal. He is so controlled. and
looks like that would be
he's
hard on
wound
your
up.
neck and stuff.
He's wound up, y'all. Like, can you imagine how much he allegedly busted loose as far as like an aggression? I mean, that's what's coming to my mind right now. I didn't set out to say that, but I mean, just I don't know. And I want to ask you guys in the chat and you too, Donna. I mean, does anybody think that Chad acted alone in the death of Tammy, or do you think that Alex could have maybe ran from the church parking lot where he was hovering, um, and helped do the deed? I mean, or do you think it was a natural death with, conspiracy against Chad? I don't know. Some people can maybe I've seen where like a panelist or whatever on one of the court shows have said that, maybe because Tammy signed the documents to up her insurance, maybe she was on board with it. And I was like, what? Then you think about what Lori said about suicides happen, accidental overdoses happen. No murder happened here. It was sacrifice. You don't think so,
I
Todd?
don't. I think that it took two people because somebody was holding her down.
I
There's
think so.
bruises. It took two people. I don't. I hope
Chad?
it was Alex and not one of the kids.
Right.
That's
Oh, I know. I mean, I don't entertain that too often, but I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't. Like I don't know, the picture that how I have my little impressions or whatever, and I picture, Tammy waking up, but it's kind of too late, and I'm sorry, it's going to be kind of uncomfortable, um but basically waking up just to see that her husband of 20 something, almost 30 years is taking her out, and I do see Alex there, and it's just that's what goes through my mind. And just the betrayal, I can't even imagine. Yeah, the bruises will tell all. And what was interesting though is the bruises, they were saying something and I mean, this was during the trial, I don't remember verbatim, I could be very foggy on that, okay? But they were saying that, yeah, she had bruises, but, um, most likely, they were kinda older. Am I getting that wrong, or do y'all even remember those details like that, or what? I'll have to watch it again or listen to it again. You don't think Alex killed Tammy or JJ? Oh, interesting. Thank you. Alex and Chad they were good friends. They were taking pictures in front of Jesus Christ statues and stuff, okay? They were brother-in-laws, son, spiritually and legally. I know. I think so too, Medea. I think he will be called. I know. Chad's 6'3". He's a big dude, and again, he looks really wound up. Jason has a really disturbing, scenario for how Tammy was taken out, and I'm just like, "Oh god." It goes a little sexual in nature, and I'm just, I mean, it's just, I don't know. They're depraved people, so, who knows? It's between them, and that's it. Like Lori said, I'm the only one that knows what happened. I mean, that's very telling. You remember seeing the bruises on Tammy. I think Alex helped. I do too. And Larry does too. You know, he says if you take, that's what he said in the No Remorse with Justin Lum. If you take how JJ's body was handled and how Tammy's body was handled, it's two people. Maybe one over the legs and one over the upper body. Jason is beating. Larry has a big ass dent in the truck, okay, and it's here, and he jackknifed the trailer. But anyways, this truck, I mean, it looks great. It's got like almost 300,000 miles on the damn thing, though. Runs like a top. And anyway, so Jason's been out there last night and now, and he's like trying to get that dent out, and he's done really well. You don't need nearly as powerful of an iron to get the wrinkles out. Pryor will say that Alex sat on her chest and held her arms. She could not inhale because of Alex on her chest. Why do you say Alex, though? I mean, that's just curious. I'm just being curious. I'm just digging. But I mean, that is interesting, you know? I don't put it past him. None of them.
Jason is like a MacGyver, isn't he?
He is. He freaks me out sometimes. I'm like, whoa, what? I mean, I don't know, he kind of sees different scenarios, especially in the legal ease, you know? Um, I mean, I'm just like, what? You know, just trying to see what the whole game plan is, the bigger perspective. And it's interesting. We still won't know. I mean, I hope that after this is adjudicated, I hope that Rob Wood, Lindsay Blake, I hope Judge Boyd, I hope they all can do an interview of some sort. You know how they did after, what trial was it? I want to say after Daryl Brooks. I think the judge had done, didn't the lady judge? God bless her, right? Subject matter jurisdiction will never sound, it'll never go away for me. I hope y'all don't hear all that. I'll go knock it off. If y'all, can y'all hear it?
I didn't notice it till you said it.
Oh, yeah, well.
And I've got on a headset, so I can hear stuff real good.
Oh my gosh. I'm super, like, self-conscious about that. Like, when I do a voiceover or something, I'm just like, you can hear me, like, breathing, or you can hear my mouth is dry, and I'm like, "Oh my god, no." So, I'll sit there and nitpick it to death, and that's why I really don't publish a lot of video content. I'm so super critical. Judge Doro was great with Brooks, right? She is the most patient woman ever. I was like, dude. I mean, no boundaries, none. Just la 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 la. Sovereign citizen. Oh no. Okay, thank you, Lil Brands. I liked when Lil Brands came in. She was like, "Okay, I'm here now."
It's like, let's get this party started.
Yeah. Okay. You know, everybody chill now. I'm here. I got this. Medea says, I don't believe Lori is the only one who knows what happened. I agree. I believe it was more than Alex and Chad. That midnight text Gib is bizarre, and Melanie's, Audrey, Zuzu are just the tip of the iceberg. Amen. Say it for everybody in the back, right? I think that's a very good, poignant statement. Yeah, she's a rock star. Oh, Carolyn, girl, we all have the autocorrection problem. That was supposed to say at Crush of the same judge as handling the eye drop case. She's amazing. I know, Jason told me that yesterday. And that whole, what is it? Apple something river, apple, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. I saw the video of how, let me try and remember the name of the case first before I go on babbling about things that I don't really know much about. But it's like Apple River case or something. Let me go try and type it up.
Nate is leaving us hanging for 11 minutes.
Yeah, what the hell, Nate? No, I'm picking. Don't you know? We are here hanging literally by your Twitter X thread. Just kidding. I do appreciate that he is
I
reporting.
do too, because I mean, nobody's making him do this.
Right. And I'm telling you, the only time I didn't feel it was whenever I would take to doing that from the courtroom to escape my mind because I mean, I was just like, "Oh my god," triggered.
This way, if you're getting tweeted to and you kind of know what's going on without all of the trauma.
And not to mention, when, like, other people reported from the courtroom when they showed the Halloween masks, okay? They didn't I mean, like, I saw a monkey mask, and, I mean, I know it's a Halloween mask, but just that extra detail makes it even more bizarre for these children and possibly Tammy. I don't know what they wore. I don't know what they used in their crimes, alleged crimes. You know what I mean? And again, I don't put nothing past these sadistic people. I'd say all of them had some masks on, if you know what I mean. And by all, I mean more than Chad, Lori, and Alex. But that's just me and my little speculation bubble over here. It's disgusting. Yeah, it's called the um, Apple River stabbing trial. That was crazy. Just watching the body, or somebody had videoed, you know, being in a river, and there were a bunch of teens. I don't know. It just looked really weird, and it was wrong. It was just wrong all the way around. But anyways.
Good grief. I purposely have not looked at that, except for the guy was like, I saw him like, I was holding my entrails or something. And I was like, well, that's all I want to know about that story.
Right. I know. I know. It's because you get invested into it and everything.
And
That's what
my
happened with
brain,
Carol
I'm
Brooke.
sorry, I get my people mixed up and we can't have that.
Yeah, I know. All the details are crammed. Okay, it's 12:53.
What do you
So
think?
in like 4
15
minutes.
minutes.
Okay, what was the last thing that Nate said?
Last thing he said 15 minutes ago, 10 men, eight on the jury, the exit the courtroom into the jury room. So he doesn't say what they're going to do,
Well,
but
maybe he's waiting to find out, but um
they don't care how long that Nate has to wait to find out either.
let's see. Okay. I'm gonna have to ting, ting,
Boy
one
says he has concerns about the media coverage and isn't going to allow back channel communications through his staff or court personnel. He says the confidentiality of the jurors will be protected, and some jurors were lost during voir dire because of confidentiality concerns. I don't know. What does that mean?
I the first thing that came to my mind was in the Murdaugh case, like the Becky whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm probably way off, but just don't be sketchy, you know? Let's protect the integrity of this case.
Media coverage isn't going to allow back channel.
I mean, I didn't know they did
commu-
back channel stuff, so we're learning something here. Right?
Yeah, who's been getting special stuff from them? It ain't us.
Let's
Boy
see.
says opening statements will be 8:30 on Wednesday.
Woo
So
woo.
we got a day to prep. Okay, we're gonna have a prep day, y'all.
Prepper's gonna prep. Okay.
Preppers are gonna prep for the trial.
Uh-huh. Oh wow. Interesting. Interesting. Are y'all
What's
ready?
that now? Tell me
Uh-huh. What?
what's going on.
Ned? I just moved us, that's all.
Okay.
What's happening with you? What
Oh,
you doing?
I thought you had an announcement. You just said general announcement.
I don't know, I'm just doing some visual moving around, preparing
Okay.
the people for trial. Right? Finally.
Yes. Nate says court is dismissed 51 seconds ago.
All right, the judge has made his ruling. Just kidding. Wow. Y'all, I'm a little nervous. I'm about to start nervous cleaning straight up. I feel it in my stomach,
That's a good
and it
idea. Like we're
is.
gonna have a new baby around here or
Like,
something.
right, I'm nesting, yeah. So, I'm probably gonna go cook, like, 2, 3 meals, for the next couple
Yeah.
nights,
That's
and
actually a really good idea.
it is. We'll do some meal preps, like, in honor of Tammy, right? Yeah,
Right.
and like Lil Brand says, and reminding us to get up, move around, walk, 'kay? I
Yes.
weigh an extra 80 pounds, y'all. Oh my god, it hurts. So,
Yeah.
it's my own damn fault, and it's time to take back at least that part, and stop letting them make my ass fat. Um, wow, I'm starting up the treadmill and prep for Satan tacos tomorrow. Oh, Donna, Lamisa
Yeah.
had mentioned that we need allegedly shirts, because I drill that in. When I was
Okay.
advised to say that, about 3 years ago, I have not
Yes.
dropped it ever since, as you have noticed. I know I say it a lot.
Well, I try to say it too because a lot of times, just saying in my opinion is not good enough. Say allegedly also.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, just to cover my own butt, I mean, it don't
All
hurt,
right.
that's for sure. Might hurt our ears, but um Uh, so yeah, anybody that, can remember to go and let KJ know happy birthday, uh, from the Rays, that we love her. And uh I don't know, I went blank because I don't know. When like uh just
Wasn't
everyone.
expecting them to get done that fast and say,
Yeah,
hey,
so
make a decision about Wednesday.
I gotta get my bearings, that's what. And then now I'm wanting a nervous clean, so I'm already like 15 steps ahead. I'm just trying to catch up. You know what I mean? Uh
You got the tore up part done and you're back to the put together
Yeah, now I'm
part.
putting it back together for the boys get home because they're back, this week from their mom. So, yeah, it would behoove me, to get this finished. And I gotta go
All
outside
right.
and try and see the eclipse right now. So, yeah. All right, justice for Charles, Tylee, Chammy. Oh my gosh, let me try that again. Thank you, Donna, by the way. Thank you, mods.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
justice for Tylee, Charles, Tammy, JJ, and Joe. Love always wins. You guys are proof of this. And we will see you soon. Wednesday for sure. Don't know if we'll go live tomorrow. I'm about to, I think, maybe call Justin because he asked if I could do a quick interview. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for all that. Anyways, love you guys. See you later. See you on